The ball on the perimeter, post defense, just the whole nine. We work hard every day in practice. We're trying to improve, and it's still early. It's our first game, and we're steady. We're in progress. We're making strides, and we just take every day as a chance to get better in practice.
Having a pretty veteran team now, does that surprise you at all? Because for you, for example, this is the same kind of defense you've been working on your whole career.
Yeah, it's my fourth year. It's all the same to me. But I have to take it upon myself to be a better leader as well, by example, not just by words. Those guys look up to me as when it comes to offense and defense on knowing where to be, and them trusting me, knowing that I'm going to do what I can to get stops on defense as well. We didn't really show a good effort versus Miami, but like I said, it's still early in the year, and in the last couple of practices that we had, we made major strides to be the better defensive team.
Trey, Coach talked about you as the guy that's really transformed your physique in the off season. Can you talk about that and what you did to make yourself ready for the season?
I took it upon myself, try to get myself in better shape, physically, mentally, all aspects of that. And, when I went home for the summer, I kind of made a point of emphasis to try to, lose a quick 10 pounds, just to start everything off. And everything went according to plan. And when I came back up here for the second part of summer session, we kind of put that weight back on, but with muscle. And, it just took a lot of dedication and determination just to keep that physique. I knew last year, I would say I kind of let my team down, fluctuating with my weight, I just wasn't all in, And so this year I kind of made sure that I'm going to keep the same weight and just, stay with the things that I've been doing in the past.
So does that mean like a different diet then, or
yeah,
attention to it?
Yeah, that came with a different diet. Just cutting out some things. Not eating past a certain time. Making sure that I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables with every meal. Make sure that I'm eating 6 meals a day, but of the right things. So that's the kind of thing that I really did.
What's the latest you'll eat?
I try not to go past 9, just because 9 is when we typically get out of study tables, and after that, people, you usually lay down and just like go to sleep and getting ready for the next day. So I try not to eat past then, so that way it won't become that big of an issue.
And do you feel a difference in the way that you're able to move or your speed?
Most definitely. I think losing a couple of pounds definitely made me quicker, and adding that muscle, I could definitely tell my athleticism is increasing a little bit, and lateral quickness, all of that. I think that's starting to improve.
Sorry, one last question about that. But is there anything you don't eat now that you did eat before?
No, not really. I just kind of like cut out the sweets and stuff like that. I know usually sometimes after a game, we typically eat pizza and stuff like that, but I may tell Coach Jennings to go get me a chicken salad or something like that in replacement of a pizza. Just the little things to keep the weight at the same.
James, have you noticed a difference in Trey and just the way he's moving or feeling maybe?
Yeah. He's worked very hard in the off season, and he's kept the same work ethic in the early part of this non-conference season as well. He's just a guy that's been staying after, getting up shots every day after practice, or if we're in the weight room, once everybody leaves the weight room when we're done, he's always the one that's staying around doing, there could be stuff for abs or just shoulders, he's always doing something extra. And you could definitely tell the change in his physique. The way he plays is a lot quicker. He's put the time in, and I think he's going to have a really good year this year.
And what about you in the off season? What did you do to get ready for the season?
I made a big effort trying to get my post game right. I've worked so hard to, I didn't want to just be known as a streaky 3-point shooter. I wanted to add something else to my game, and I worked very hard. I didn't go home at all this summer. I stayed here for both summer sessions, and just trying to improve my post game. I feel a lot more confident now than I did last year in the post, especially after having Matt leave. We needed another post presence. We obviously have Jalen, so he's going to do a good job for us. And, I want to be the guy that they can go to as well if Jalen gets doubled sometimes, because it's going to happen. The teams are going to double Jalen. And I want them to look at me and say, hey, we can go into James as well. And not even scoring-wise, I feel like I'm a great passer in the post as well. I can really pass the ball outside of the post and look for open guys like Trey or JP or Miles or even Remy, and so we can get even better shots outside of the post.
And Trey, have you noticed a difference in James?
Yeah, I would say in practice, you could tell that he implemented a couple of moves. He's become a lot more physical than he has in the past. You could tell, when we usually do pick and rolls last year, it was kind of like majority of the time he'll pop. But now, he kind of mixes it up between the two. Kaiser and McKinday kind of play the 4 spot, so sometimes they'll find themselves guarding James, and he knows he has such a high IQ. He has what we call a mouse in the house, so he'll get the ball, and it's just the easy bucket. So I definitely think he's been working over the summer.
Do you guys know much about Missouri? Played him last year, won there. I don't know if you've gone over any actions or anything to know much about him at this point.
We'll probably go over their actions later today, but we know that they lost a couple of guys, a couple of big pieces last year. But despite all of that, I think that they've have a better chemistry than last year. We watched some film on them yesterday, and they're real quick. They like to get out and run, push the pace, and as you can see lately, we've been kind of struggling with fast guards. With Northwood and Miami of Ohio, their point guards. So it's going to be the same way with this one. They got a lot of shooters. I think a lot of talent. They're small, which is more difficult because that means they're more athletic and faster than last year. So.
Yeah, to add to that, Missouri is very young as well. I feel like we have a little bit more maturity and experience on this side. But that doesn't matter. I mean, it all comes down to who wants the game, who wants to win more. If we give a defensive effort like we did versus Miami, we're going to have a tough time. Missouri's not a team that's just going to lay down. They're going to come in here, they're going to expect to win a game. So we really have to go out there and make defense our main priority. And I think we'll be fine on offense. We have enough talented scorers who can put the ball in the hoop. It just has to be defensive mindset for that game.
How much do you think the 1-3-1 zone changes what you guys do defensively?
Oh, it changes a lot. It's very beneficial for us. Teams aren't used to us like going 1-3-1. We're usually a man-on-man team, and so when we do it, it kind of shakes the offense up a little bit and makes their offense a lot longer to the shot clock. So sometimes they have to take some bad shots, and we're in position to get a rebound already with almost all of our team in the paint. So, we have some pretty good rebounders on our team, and so it helps us out a lot. But we'll see how it works on Tuesday.
You mentioned them Trevon, you mentioned them pushing the pace. How difficult is that to not get caught in that trap of wanting to stay at their tempo and trying to force your own kind of tempo into the game?
It can be difficult at times because, sometimes we can get caught up in all that. You at the beginning of the game, you already got a lot of adrenaline. So, trying to play with their pace, we can get caught in that kind of easily. And, our focus is going to be to try to slow them down. And I think we've been working all week or these last couple of days on, trying to stay disciplined and focusing on our defense and slowing them down and converting on the offensive end. I mean, we want to play the same pace as them. Offensively, we want to get it and push as well. So, I think as far as like the pace of the game, I think we're kind of similar. But on the defensive end, we just got to be disciplined and slow them down.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.